Have you ever felt that flutter in your stomach before a big presentation? Or perhaps a nagging, uncomfortable feeling in your gut during a particularly stressful week? We often talk about stress as something that happens in our heads, a whirlwind of worries, deadlines, and endless to-do lists. It's that feeling of being overwhelmed, tired, and constantly on edge. But the effects of this mental strain don't just stay in our minds. They travel throughout our bodies, and one of the first places they tend to show up is in our digestive system. It's a connection that many of us experience daily, but might not fully understand or appreciate. This link isn't just a coincidence. It's a fundamental part of our biology. Our bodies are incredibly interconnected systems, where one part constantly communicates with another. Think about it. When you feel anxious, your heart might race, or your palms might get sweaty. In the very same way, your gut reacts to your emotional state. The pressures of modern life, the constant notifications, the pressure to always be on, and the lack of proper downtime create a state of chronic low-grade stress. This persistent pressure can silently disrupt the delicate balance within our gut, leading to symptoms that we might dismiss as just a sensitive stomach. Understanding this connection is the first step towards taking back control of your health. It's about recognizing that the bloating, indigestion, or unpredictable bowel habits you're experiencing might not be solely about what you ate for lunch. Instead, they could be a direct message from your body telling you that your stress levels are too high. When we start to see these symptoms not as isolated problems but as signals, we can begin to address the root cause. This shift in perspective is powerful because it moves us from simply managing symptoms to actively nurturing our overall well-being in a more holistic and sustainable way. In my years as a doctor, I have seen countless patients whose digestive issues were deeply intertwined with the stress in their lives. They would come to me frustrated, having tried different diets and remedies without lasting success. The real breakthrough often happened when we started looking beyond just their gut and addressed their lifestyle as a whole. By focusing on simple, achievable changes to manage stress, their digestive health often improved dramatically. It's a profound reminder that caring for our minds is one of the most effective ways to care for our gut, and vice versa, creating a positive cycle of health. So, how exactly does a thought in your head cause a rumble in your tummy? It all comes down to a remarkable communication network known as the gut-brain axis. Imagine a busy two-way superhighway that runs directly between your brain and your gut. This isn't just a metaphorical road. It's a physical and chemical connection made up of millions of nerves, with the vagus nerve being the main route. Messages are constantly traveling back and forth along this highway, allowing your brain to influence your gut's function, and just as importantly, allowing your gut to influence your mood, thoughts, and stress levels. It's a constant conversation. When you experience stress, your brain sends out an alarm signal. This triggers the release of stress hormones like cortisol, preparing your body for a fight or flight response. This ancient survival mechanism is incredibly useful when facing a genuine threat, but it can cause problems in our modern world. These stress hormones travel down the gut-brain highway and can wreak havoc on your digestive system. They can slow down digestion, increase inflammation, and make your gut lining more permeable, a condition sometimes referred to as leaky gut. This means your gut is not just reacting to stress, it's being physically changed by it. But the communication isn't just one way. Your gut has its own second brain, officially called the enteric nervous system, which is lined with more nerve cells than your spinal cord. Furthermore, your gut is home to trillions of microorganisms, bacteria, fungi, and viruses, collectively known as your gut microbiome. These tiny residents play a huge role in your health. They help digest your food, produce essential vitamins, and even manufacture neurotransmitters like serotonin, the feel-good chemical. In fact, it is estimated that about 90% of your body's serotonin is produced right there in your gut. This is why the health of your microbiome is so critical for your mental well-being. When your gut bacteria are out of balance, a state called dysbiosis, it can directly impact the messages being sent up to your brain. An unhealthy gut can lead to lower production of those beneficial neurotransmitters, contributing to feelings of anxiety, low mood, and even brain fog. Therefore, when stress disrupts your gut, it can kickstart a vicious cycle. Stress harms your gut health, and poor gut health then makes you feel more stressed and anxious. Breaking this cycle is key to improving both your gut and your mind. Your body is brilliant at sending you signals when something isn't right, but we need to learn how to listen. The signs that stress is impacting your gut can be varied and are often mistaken for something else. One of the most common complaints is bloating and excess gas. You might find that your stomach feels uncomfortably full and swollen, even when you haven't eaten a large meal. This happens because stress can slow down the movement of your digestive tract, allowing food to ferment and produce more gas. It's a frustrating and often embarrassing symptom that can significantly impact your daily comfort and confidence. Another clear sign is a change in your bowel habits. For some people, stress speeds everything up, leading to urgency and diarrhea. For others, it does the exact opposite, causing constipation. You might even find yourself alternating between the two, making it impossible to find a predictable rhythm. This unpredictability is a classic hallmark of a stressed gut. You might also experience more acid reflux or heartburn, as stress can increase the production of stomach acid. It's your body's way of shouting for attention, letting you know that the internal environment is feeling the pressure from your external world. The signs aren't just physical, they are emotional and mental too. As we've discussed, the gut-brain axis is a two-way street. When your gut is inflamed and unhappy, it can directly affect your mood. You might find yourself feeling more irritable, anxious, or experiencing sudden mood swings that seem to come from nowhere. This isn't you being difficult, it's a physiological response. A struggling gut microbiome can lead to brain fog, making it hard to concentrate or feel sharp. You might also notice an increase in cravings for sugary or processed foods, as your stressed body seeks a quick energy hit, which unfortunately only feeds the unhealthy gut bacteria. Finally, a stressed gut can weaken your overall immune system, as a large portion of it is located in your digestive tract. This might mean you find yourself catching every cold and flu that goes around. You might also experience skin issues like acne or eczema, or even new food sensitivities that you never had before. These are all clues. When you start connecting the dots between your stressful periods and the appearance of these symptoms, you can see the bigger picture. Your gut is keeping a score of your stress levels, and these signs are its way of showing you the results. The good news is that you have the power to strengthen this vital connection and build resilience against stress. It's not about finding a magic pill, but about embracing simple, consistent lifestyle habits. I like to think of it as a 4-pillar plan for better health. The first pillar is your diet. Focus on eating a wide variety of whole foods, especially fiber-rich plants. Aim for 30 different plant points a week: fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, legumes, and whole grains. This diversity feeds your beneficial gut microbes, helping them thrive. At the same time, try to reduce your intake of ultra-processed foods, sugar, and artificial sweeteners, which can harm your gut lining. The second pillar is movement. Gentle, regular exercise is fantastic for both your mind and your gut. It helps to reduce stress hormones, improve your mood, and can also stimulate regular bowel movements, easing issues like bloating and constipation. You don't need to run a marathon. A brisk 20-minute walk each day, a yoga session, or even some dancing in your living room can make a huge difference. The key is consistency. Find something you enjoy so that it becomes a sustainable part of your daily routine rather than another chore on your to-do list. The third, and perhaps most crucial pillar, is rest and mindfulness. Prioritizing sleep is non-negotiable for gut health. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night, as this is when your body undertakes its most important repair work. Alongside sleep, incorporating mindfulness practices can calm your nervous system. Simple breathing exercises, meditation, or spending time in nature can switch your body from fight or flight mode to rest and digest mode. This directly soothes your gut-brain axis, reducing inflammation and allowing your digestive system to function optimally. It's about creating moments of calm in your busy day. Finally, the fourth pillar involves harnessing the power of nature through supportive herbs. Many traditional practices have long used botanicals to soothe the mind and body. Herbs like Indian Ginseng, also known as ashwagandha, are known adaptogens that help the body manage stress more effectively. Arjuna is celebrated for its heart-supporting benefits, while cardamom is a wonderful carminative that can ease digestive discomfort. You can find a blend of these supportive herbs in preparations like Sanjivni Green Tea, the fine wine of green teas. Making a warm cup of herbal tea part of your daily ritual can be a simple, enjoyable way to support these other pillars, helping you build a healthier gut, a calmer mind, and a better quality of life. Buy online on terrazoo.com or WhatsApp us on 9198100100456.